So this is what I do when I don't have milk. I've got heavy cream. I'm gonna pour some into this little tin here. I'm gonna mix it with water. I have to get groceries today at some point. Probably need to do that next. Y'all, this stuff right here is so good. It's the brown butter chocolate chip cookie cold foam. So I've been putting that on my iced coffee and it is so delicious. But I have got a lot to get done today. So we just got back from our trip yesterday. We had a blast. It was so much fun, very much needed girl time, but I'm back home now. It's time to get my life together, get back in gear with everything, get groceries. I gotta unpack. I would like to maybe do some self-care later. So yeah, a lot to get done today. I will have to tell me if you're the same, but I know for me, when I get back from a trip, I struggle to get back in gear with everything. It's just everything's kind of hazy for a bit, just trying to transition from vacation mode back to real life mode. So that's basically what I'm gonna do today, is a transition from vacation back to real life mom mode over here. So yeah, I've got a lot to get done today, so I hope y'all enjoy today's video. Our trip, you guys, was amazing. Definitely one of the best vacations that I've ever taken. It was just me and my sister. We spent 5 days in Salem, Massachusetts, and we pretty much laughed the entire time. I feel like that was so good for my soul. I came back feeling very refreshed. But now it is time to transition from vacation mode to real life mode. So first things first, I'm gonna get my bed made and go ahead and unpack my suitcase, get that done. It was kind of lingering and bothering me, so I wanted to go ahead and get that done. We had just got in the day before, and I kind of just dropped my suitcase at the door and got all of the love and snuggles from the kids. They were so excited to see me, as I was them. I missed them so very much. And also I did vlog some on our trip, but I've got to look over the footage and see how I'm gonna go about editing that, if I'm gonna do like a dedicated video with the footage, or I might include it into another video depending on how much footage I've got. I didn't want to spend the whole time vlogging. I wanted to be in the moment, but I did want to grab some clips for the memories, so we'll see. But it was really cool because the house that we stayed in was in Hocus Pocus, and the host was actually in the second Hocus Pocus, so that was a cool little fun fact. But our flights there and back went very smoothly. That was actually my sister's first time ever being on an airplane, and it was my first time in about 14 years, I think 14, 15 years. So it's been a hot minute since I have flown on a plane, but it's exactly how I remember it. But one thing I learned is that I need a different suitcase for flying, because this one is extremely heavy by itself. So it takes up half the weight limit. I want to look into maybe getting something lighter, because I cut it really close to the weight limit and half of it was just the suitcase. So if y'all have any recommendations, let me know down below, please. I got this one at Goodwill for like $5 or $10. I can't remember, but I've had it for a while now. So I'm thinking it's time to send it back to Goodwill and get something on the lighter side. And I also got a gorgeous new chair for my vanity. We're going to be putting that together later. Something else I gotta do today, y'all, is clean out my fridge. I need to wipe out the shelves and just kind of take inventory of what I need to get before I place my grocery order. I think I'm just gonna do a grocery delivery, which honestly that's my only option at this point. Do a grocery delivery. I gotta get milk and bread, and I'll see what else. But I think tonight for dinner, I'm gonna do some barbecue chicken. I don't know what I'm gonna have with that yet, but barbecue chicken. But first, I'm gonna make myself a salad, go ahead and get some food in my belly. I've been awful, y'all, lately about skipping my meals, or sometimes I'll just have like a protein bar and call it good. I've just been so busy that I almost forget to eat. So I'm gonna carve the time out today to have a salad before I go any further. I'm also gonna add some of my Zoe Daily 30 Plus to it. This stuff is awesome. This adds plant variety to your diet. It's a really great way to support your gut health, and it's so easy to fit into my routine because you can put this on whatever. I like to put it on yogurt, eggs, roasted veggies, and really go on a lot of things, so it's really easy to fit into my routine. The Daily 30 Plus is a 30 plus plant prebiotic supplement developed by Zoe's gut health scientists. It's not like your typical supplement. It's actually made from over 30 different plants, herbs, seeds, seaweed, even functional mushrooms. It's all blended together into this crunchy little mix. What I love most is that it's real food that I'm adding into my diet, and it gives me that plant diversity and also supports my gut health. And the part that really made me trust it is that it was developed by gut health scientists who ran the world's largest nutrition study. Zoe's research has even been published in Nature Medicine and featured in Netflix documentaries, and they also host the #1 science and nutrition podcast. If you guys are looking for an easy way to add more plant variety into your diet and support your gut health, I highly recommend the Zoe Daily 30 Plus. It's so easy. I'll have a link down below in the description box where you guys can check it out. Also, I forgot to mention that if you head to my link down below in the description box, or you can even scan the QR code on the screen, use code Kelly10 and that will save you 10% off your Daily 30 Plus order. Thank you so much, Zoe, for sponsoring today's video. Clean out this refrigerator. I really just wanted to wipe off the main shelves. There was some spilled tea or maybe some juice along the back side that I wanted to get up, and then I do need to order just a few groceries. Corey's mom had came and stayed at my house with the kids while I was gone, so I did a pretty big grocery order before I left just to make sure that they had what they needed while I was gone. We're still good on a lot of stuff. However, I needed to top up on a few basic essentials. We were almost completely out of fruit. We had maybe a handful of strawberries, and all of the milk was completely gone, and that is a big no-no in our house. We always need milk. My kids go through it like crazy. restocking the kids' snacks. These are just some extras that I had tucked away. So I'm gonna refill their bins. One is actually like a breakfast bin. I keep packets of oatmeal, and I've got these little cereal bags. And then one is actual snacks. So I've got cookies and fruit snacks and stuff in there. The weather here in Georgia has been really nice during the day. We don't have that overbearing heat, and there's a slight coolness in the air. So I thought today I would open a couple of the windows in the house and just get some fresh air flowing in. It's always nice to do that occasionally, let the house breathe a little. Definitely looking forward to it getting even cooler, and I can do this more often. The grass had also been cut this morning, so we had that fresh cut grass smell in the air. It was great. I went ahead and I did express delivery on my groceries. So while I wait on those to arrive, I'm going to come back into my bedroom. I forgot to unpack my makeup earlier, so I'm going to do that, and then we'll get to putting the new chair together. I love this makeup case for travel. I didn't want my makeup to get squished or broken in my suitcase, so I got this one from Walmart to put it all in, and it worked great. It's even got a place for your brushes. The outside of it is a hard case, so your stuff's not going to get squished or broken. So let's go ahead and get this new chair put together. You can see behind me what I've been using. It's basically just a flimsy fold-up chair. I think it went to like an old card table at one time, but I've been using that for a while. And I used to have a chair kind of similar to the new one that I just got. It was like a pleather material. However, Kai, my oldest, has taken that over. He keeps that one in his bedroom, so I just let him have it. And plus with this new one, I can adjust the height, which is nice. I've needed a real chair for my vanity for so long, and I had honestly been trying to thrift for one, but I just haven't came across one yet. And I had someone send me the link to this one over on Instagram. I'm sorry I can't remember your name right now, but you know who you are. I thought it was absolutely beautiful, and it's actually very comfortable, and I think it's so cute. I love the matte gold with the white. It's so pretty. So I'll leave it down below if you want one for yourself. It's from Walmart. And side note, it is so much more comfortable than the flimsy black chair that I had. This isn't a big grocery haul. This is just what we need right this minute. I did get some groceries before I left on my trip, so we still got a pretty good bit left from that, but we did need just a few things. So tonight for dinner, I'm making barbecue chicken, and I think I'm gonna do a pasta salad. So we're gonna, Charlie, so one box is for that, and then the other box I'll put up for later. I got some cookie dough because we've got a baby shower this weekend, and my sister found this really cute idea where you take a napkin and you safety pin it onto a cookie, kind of like a diaper, and it looks like little cute diaper cookies. So I got some cookie dough to help out with that. We needed some bread. This is the Dave's white bread, the only bread that my kids like by Dave's. Some spring mix and some bacon because I want to try to replicate a sandwich that we had on our trip. It was a chicken bacon ranch sandwich. They had chicken and bacon obviously, but they also had spring mix and cheese and a homemade ranch on sourdough, and it was freaking delicious. We actually got it more than once because it was so good. But I think I can make that here at home, or I'm gonna try to. Hopefully it'll taste just as good. I got 3 things of milk, got some blueberries, strawberries, grapes, oranges, got some frozen dumplings. This is the ones that I like to get. It's the Mary B's frozen. And then some Cosmic Crisp apples. I've heard these are really good. We've not ever tried them. I'm not sure what the difference is between these and just a regular red apple, but we're gonna give those a try. Still got some laundry that I need to get folded today, but I'm gonna go ahead and get dinner started first. Chicken is gonna take a little while in the oven, so I'm gonna get that going before I do anything else. I'm using Kinder's The Blend to season it. That's just a salt, pepper, and garlic powder blend. I'm gonna cover it, let it bake for a while, and then I'll come back and add barbecue.
You're gone now, will you coming back? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind, it's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart. I hope I'll be your end destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your end destination.
So if y'all remember when I painted this dresser, it used to be white. It was very dingy and beaten up looking. So when I painted it, I thought those marks would be gone forever, but they did bleed through. So it really needs to be painted again, and this time with a coat of primer first, I think, and maybe that'll hide those marks. Some of y'all were telling me that it needed a fresh coat of paint, and I agree 100%. I was so upset that the marks bled through. I actually thought that the kids had wrote on it with a marker at first, until I realized what had happened, that it was the old marks bleeding through. So I just need to repaint that. I need to go over it with some primer, then with another coat of paint, and hopefully that will take care of those marks. But finishing up dinner, the chicken's got just a little bit longer. It's about halfway done, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some barbecue sauce on top, but I am gonna leave a couple pieces with no sauce for one of my kids. He doesn't like barbecue sauce, so I'm just gonna leave a couple pieces without. And also, when I make my pasta salad, I'm gonna do a small bowl for me, and I'll have it for a few days. My kids don't really care for pasta salad, so they'll just have some butter noodles with some cheese. And then I did make some green beans to go with it. But in my pasta salad, I'm finishing up a cucumber, and I'm going to add a tomato. And then I like to use Italian dressing, and then just some salt and pepper.
Why does it sound like I feel like a stranger? It's like I'm surprised by the good things in life. Funny how you clear out all the noise in my head. Starting to think you might know me better than all of my friends. We still smile when we fight, and when I cry there's no words, you just simply can't.
My little garden beds are so full. They are kind of taking over each other, but I know with the cooler weather rolling in, they're gonna slowly fade away. I think I got the kind that will come back every year. I can't remember what I got, to be honest, but I think they'll come back each year. If not, I'll just have to plant some new ones. And my summer vegetable garden is pretty much done as well. And I don't think I'm going to be doing a fall garden this year. I do want to do one eventually, but I'm just not prepared for that yet. So it is much later. I spared you guys the cleanup from dinner and all of that, but I wanted to get in some self-care tonight before I went to bed. I was really wanting to take an everything shower. If you don't know what an everything shower is, it's basically a shower that consists of everything head to toe. So hair washing, shaving, exfoliating, the whole nine. And then when I get out, I want to put on some fresh self-tanner, do some skincare. And honestly, I think out of everything that I did today, that was the cherry on top from that vacation to real life transition. It felt good to freshen up. But tonight I did use a combination of 2 different tanners. I had used my Beauty by Earth, and then I realized that I had just a little bit of my Peta Jane left in the cabinet. So I went back over the Beauty by Earth with my Peta Jane, but I'll leave both of those linked down below. And y'all, I kind of did things backwards tonight. I had put my self-tanner on before I did my skincare. And so I did not put self-tanner on my face or my hands until after I finished my skincare. But I'm one of those that have to use self-tanner if I want to have any tan at all, because I burn in the sun and I never really tan. So self-tanner is my best friend. And so I like to apply that about once a week. I dried my hair, I was going to use the Launch dryer brush, but I got lazy. I love to use that on my hair because it makes it look like I just got a blowout, but it also takes longer, so I skipped that and I just used my regular dryer because it was getting kind of late and I was starting to get tired, so I just used my regular dryer. But I do love the Launch dryer brush. It straightens your hair, all the things. It just takes a little bit longer because I have to go layer by layer. The last thing I'm going to do is run a little bit of this lotion through the ends of my hair. This is one of my favorite scents from Bath & Body. It's called Inspire Love. I've got it in the spray and the lotion, but this makes my hair smell even better. I usually only have this scent around Valentine's Day. So last Valentine's Day, I went ahead and stocked up because it's one of those that sells out really fast. But that's going to complete today's video. I appreciate you guys watching so very much. I would also appreciate it if you guys left a butterfly down in the comments before you go, and I'll see you in the next one.